Hi, and a very warm welcome to Wellbeing Mission Control. I'm delighted you could join me. I'm Greg Parry, and one of the issues we've been touching on in recent videos is this question of emotional energy. It's this conundrum of where does this energy come from? Why is it so reluctant to follow our best interests? Why are we generating thoughts and feelings that don't always serve our best purpose? Why do we find them so distracting? Well, we live in a culture which doesn't really pay much attention to how our thoughts and feelings can be managed and channeled and directed to more positive outcomes. And it isn't a question of squeezing all that emotional energy into some kind of a pressure cooker. It's not about suppressing them. It's about learning to recognize that this raw energy can be channeled and utilized for extremely positive purposes. It's been suggested that one of the powerful forces within the human structure is this raw emotional energy. You know, when you feel a strong emotion, it affects every part of the body. Whether you're in love or whether you're full of joy, or whether you're really angry, we have very, very strong physical and mental responses to this emotional energy. So we're touching on the idea that if we really can exercise a little more control over how we think, over how we feel, we're going to create better outcomes in our lives. We've known this, certainly since before we created writing, but this has been a constant theme that has touched almost every civilization and philosophy that human beings have ever experienced. It's an important question because we can tap into this pure, powerful energy and we can learn to use it for our health, for our well-being, for our success, fulfillment, for our balance, even for developing a deep and lasting sense of fulfillment. My concern is that we live in a world that is so full of stress that people have become almost inured. They become so accustomed to stress and tension that it's effectively become the default feeling for most people to experience, even when we're asleep. You know what I'm talking about. We wake up feeling tired, restless, sometimes irritable, because we haven't had an opportunity to sleep deeply in a way that allows the entire system to restore itself. So what I'd love you to do is to become a little bit more aware of how you are feeding your own system with the kind of mental and emotional energy that might not be in your best interests. It might not be supportive of your health and your well-being. These are powerful forces. If we can learn to just become a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more detached, to learn gradually to become the observer, and you see all this mental and emotional energy with a sense of detachment. Whenever I have experienced this, it always makes me smile. Think, look at all those thoughts and feelings. Where do they come from? It's not as if I'm originating this material, but once I learn to detach myself, I free myself from the consequences of flooding my system with what is often a lot of negative energy, a lot of very disturbing thoughts and feelings, which may be echoes of past experiences, or they could be inherited experiences that were grafted onto us during our early childhood. The important thing is that we can learn to become a little bit more detached, and that's when you can select the kind of positive thoughts and feelings that will ensure a much healthier way of living. You become much calmer, less prone to extremes in reaction in terms of your emotional spectrum. You feel more balanced. You feel more in control of life. And that is a very powerful asset to have on your side, particularly when times are challenging. You can remain a little calmer, more objective. And you can develop a feeling of confidence because you're not allowing the old habits of stress and anxiety to usurp your inner peace and calm. It's a much better way of experiencing life. Now, come on, guys. Life is such a precious gift. It's time that we started respecting the amazing miracle that is this life, your body, your mind, and start fueling your system with the most positive energy that you can muster. What do you think? Does it sound like a good idea? Is this something that you have attempted, something you've practiced? Has it become familiar for you? I love to share your thoughts and feelings and your suggestions, your comments, always welcome. And as I prepare for another busy day ahead, allow me to wish you a wonderful day.